Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss paper 2 topic 38, that is here we will be discussing seed vigour, seed viability, rugging and sanitary and phytosanitary measures. So first of all we are discussing seed vigour. So it is sum total of those properties of seed which determine the level of, these are sum total of those properties of seeds, sum total of those properties of seeds that determine their level of activity and performance of seed or seed lot during germination, that determine level of activity and performance of seed or seed lot, seed or seed lot performance, seed or seed lot during germination and emergence, during germination and emergence. If a seed is showing good germination, if it is emerging good, then its vigorousness is good. Now what are the characteristics of vigorous seed? Characteristics of vigorous seed, seed vigour, vigorous seed. First one is rapid germination. Secondly, uniform, the seeds will be uniform. Thirdly, tolerance to stressful environment, the seed can tolerance to a stressful environment. And last, less susceptible to soil pathogen, less susceptible to soil pathogen. So these are the characteristics of vigorous seed. Now what are the tests for seed vigour? Let me read it first. Tests for seed vigour. First we will discuss direct tests. Okay, that is direct tests. So first one is what do you understand by direct tests? These stimulate relevant unfavorable environment, to stimulate relevant unfavorable environment and see that the seed grows in this unfavorable environment or not. So first one is brick gravel tests. So what happens? First of all, we plant a seed and then we put over the seed, that is this porous brick and gravel of around size 2 to 3 mm. The size of a gravel or brick should be 2 to 3 mm, and this planting should be about of 30 mm, that is 3 cm above the seed. And if the seed grows by breaking this emerge above it, suppose there be kernel of seed and the seed is able to emerge over it, then this seed is vigorous seed. If the seed is not able to emerge over it, then the seed is unhealthy or not vigour. So this is how we do there. I hope you understand this. Now second one is paper piercing test. So what we do here, suppose we have planted a seed, we will cover the seed with a paper. There comes a special dry filter paper. This is a special dry filter paper. And the seed is able to pierce it and grow, then the seed is vigorous. And if the seed is not able to pierce it, then the seed is not unhealthy. Seed is unhealthy, not healthy. Now third one is accelerated growing. So third test is accelerated growing test. Here the seed is subjected to temperature of 40 to 45 degree temperature and humidity of 100% humidity. And after in this condition, if the seed grows fastly, then the seed is vigorous. Now fourth one is cold test for corn. It measures the ability of seed to survive and emerge under adverse field conditions. It is a cold test for corn seeds. Here there we create adverse field conditions and we measure ability of seed to survive and grow. If the seed is able to survive and grow, then it is vigorous. Now these are the some of direct tests. Now moving to number B. Let me jump this side. Number B, that is indirect tests. Number one, these indirect tests are soaking in water. We will soak in water, so we soak the seed in water and then check their performance, germination performance. Second is exhaustion test. We will exhaust the seed. Third one is tetrazoleum test. We will test the seed for tetrazoleum and then look for the change in color of embryo. So these are indirect tests. These are mainly 3 indirect tests. So this is how you can test for seed vigour. Now what is seed viability? Seed viability. It refers to capability of seed to germinate and produce a normal seedling. Capability of seed to germinate and produce. This is the capability of seed to germinate and produce normal seedling. It is measure of how many seeds are alive and could develop into plants. Suppose we are growing 100 seeds. So here we measure how many seeds. Suppose we have 50 seeds are alive and growing as plants. So their seed viability is of 50%. So it is the measure of how many seeds are alive, and growing as plants, which will reproduce themselves when given appropriate conditions. And these plants will reproduce themselves when given appropriate conditions. So this is what seed viability. And how do seed loses viability? Seed loses viability due to number 1, adverse weather condition, bad weather, unfavorable weather or adverse weather, nutritional deficiency and pesticide injury. If there is some nutritional deficiency, and there could be also pesticide injury. Number 3, environment condition after physiological maturity. Adverse environmental conditions after physiological maturity. So these are the regions through which seed loses its viability. Now what are the tests for seed viability? The first test is topographical tetrazoleum test. And second one is embryo oxygen. In both the tests we certainly look for changes in embryo. So this was about seed viability. Now we will move to another topic, that is rugging. Rugging. The selective removal of undesirable plants. Selective removal of undesirable plants or off-type plants from a seed crop on basis of visual field inspection. From seed crop on basis of visual field inspection. I have discussed field inspection in detail in last lecture. You must see it. From visual field inspection in order to improve one or more quality attribute of the seed lot. In order to improve quality of the seed lot. In order to improve quality of seed lot. Now, what are the importance of rugging? First one is removal of noxious weeds and its seed. Removal of noxious weeds and its seed. Here we can remove the weeds and its seeds. Example, wild oaten weed. Secondly, we can maintain varietal purity. We can maintain varietal purity. Thirdly, if plants are not distinguished, rugging at flower stage is done. If the plant and the crop seed plant and the weed plant is not distinguished, they are of similar types, then we rug plants at flowering stage because the flowers are different. We can identify the flowers. Removal of doubtful plants. If there is any plant that is doubtful, it will be certainly removed. Avoid genetic contamination in cross-pollinated crop plants. To avoid genetic contamination in cross-pollinated plants. Removal of off-types. That is, as the definition says, selective removal of undesirable plants. Removal of pollen seeders in female line. Removal of pollen seeders because they can create contamination. So these pollen seeders in mainly female lines are removed. Removal of volunteer and diseased plants. Let me have some part of it. Diseased plants is removed, and also purity of seed is maintained. And here purity of seed is maintained. So this was about rugging. Hope you all understand this. It is important, as in several times in previous years, and it is an easy concept, so you must remember it nicely. Moving on, what are the sanitary and phytosanitary measures? Sanitary and phytosanitary measures. So we adopt this sanitary and phytosanitary measures to protect humans, animals, plants, countries, to protect humans, animals, plants, and even countries, because due to export import some exotic plant can destroy the natural biodiversity of a country. We protect this from risk connected with additive contaminants and toxins and disease. From risk connected with toxins, risk of toxins, additives, contaminants that can create contamination and disease. Or we also from pests, or you can say pest and diseases. From economic and health risk, arising from arising from this pest and diseases. So this is what sanitary and phytosanitary measures has to protect human, animals, plant, countries from risks of toxins, adhesives, pest, which can create economic and health risks. So what are the examples of phytosanitary measures? Examples of phytosanitary measures. We do inspection of products, we do fumigation, suppose a import has come and it is in a room, so we'll fumigate this room so that every disease or a pest in this or any toxin in this import is cleared away. Third, maximum residue limit for pesticides enforced. We will determine some maximum residue limit for pesticide in food, because these can harm our health. So suppose there is a maximum residue limit of 2 milligram, example I am giving, and if the limit in the testing the limit is 3 milligram, if the pesticide is 3 milligram in residue, then we will not import that crop. So this is how we do. And there are some agencies also involved which do this phytosanitary and sanitary measures, such as WTO, FAO. So these two are major global agencies which are involved in sanitary and phytosanitary measures in agricultural products. So that is all for today. I hope you understand every topics. For any queries, do comment. If you like it, please press the like button. Do share and subscribe. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.